I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up?
Montana looking, throwing in the end zone. Caught it!
Romero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
And that'll do it. It's over. The Golden State Warriors return to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA world.
We're down to 2, now to 1. Here's Jordan.
Yes!
It's all over. The Chicago Bulls.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hey, this promises to be fun.
Oh, yeah!
There we go. Oh, yeah. Here we go on the Manic Monday edition of the program. Good morning. As I mentioned, welcome to the Manic Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. Cole Johnson in just a second. We got the whip around. Jay Spivey will join us during hour 2. Ryan McCoffey at the bottom of hour 1. But there is something I need to get to right now. And this is it. Oops. I cut it off too early. Doggone it. You'd think I'd know this modern technology by now. I do not. Let's try this again, shall we? Yeah, kicking it off with the list this week.
Oh, Lord, what now?
I will just say that the NFL's top 100 blows. And I'll leave it at that.
Well,
Aaron Donald should have been number 1, contrary to some people's popular belief. And not Tom Brady.
well, you know they still have to feed the beast.
He ain't a beast.
I'm not talking about Brady. I'm talking about the Shield.
True. True. You blew your mic up again.
Really?
Okay.
All right.
There's 100 jokes in there somewhere, but I'm not going to do it. This edition of Snowman's List presented by Monkey Knife Fight. And the subject, since people want to argue with me, tell me I'm wrong, my top 5 quarterbacks of all time.
What's up, Underrated Darkness?
Underrated Darkness, good morning to you. At number 5, Dan the Man. The first to throw for 5,000 yards in a season, well before Mr. Brady did it. Hell, to a point, well before Mr. Breeze did it.
Oh, yeah, well before he did. Yeah.
Who's at number 4 for me? Drew Brees. Because unlike your football king, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that while you were eating. Mr. Breeze has done something Mr. Brady will never do. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 5,000-yard seasons. 4 of them. Now, a tie for number 2. Terry Bradshaw gets one of those spots. Why? He led the Steel Curtain to 1, 2, 3, 4 Super Bowl titles within a 5-year span. And
6.
No losses. 6-year span. Thank you. I was thinking 6. And no losses. Also at number 2, Johnny U. Don't have to say any more. Now I got a tie for the top spot, and it's very biased according to a lot of people. But when you throw this left-hander into the conversation, I have my reasons. The only left-handed quarterback in the Hall of Fame, 6 Super Bowl touchdown passes in a game, finally got out from under the shadows of Joe Montana, and 13 years in the Bay.
Kenny Stabler's now in the Hall of Fame too.
That's right, he is.
Mm-hmm.
But the first lefty in the Hall of Fame. I'll amend my
That's
sentence.
correct. That's correct.
First lefty in the Hall of Fame. Now, y'all know who my football king is. I don't even have to say anything with this. When Mr. Brady, if y'all can erase 3 Februaries where Brady lost the Super Bowl, then you can talk to me.
Wow.
Until Mr. Brady doesn't turn the ball over in the Super Bowl, thank you, Philadelphia. Thank you, New York Football Giants. Giants twice, for that matter. And just like Mr. Montana, Mr. Brady's 18-1 in the season. Difference being in 2007. In 2007, Brady lost the ultimate game.
Oops.
In 1984, Montana kicked Marino's ass. Oh, and by the way, 21 points in the second quarter at the time was a Super Bowl record until Doug Williams came along.
Yep.
So, all you Bradyites, shut up, will you please? Just shut up, in the words of Mike Greenberg, forever. And that is your list. And now I say good morning to you, Cole Johnson. How are you, sir? Besides hungry, like I am.
I was doing fine until I saw what you were doing the list for. I almost lost my appetite after that. But otherwise, I'm doing fine.
No, you didn't lose your appetite because the right person's the number one quarterback.
Well, yeah, duh. But
no, Chris, Autogram doesn't make the list for the simplest of reasons. I haven't done studying on Autogram.
And that number is 47, Underrated Darkness.
All right. Good morning to everyone that's in the chat. Big Diggy, Fit Down Sports, aka Chris Dietz, Playmakers Blog. Now he's using my greeting. I love it. And people told me over the course of this past weekend that my show did not have an impact. When I see this comment here.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Listen. I rode an emotional wave all weekend.
I
did.
Hold the up.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Say that again, please.
Oh, I'll say a couple of things. I'll say a lot more on my fundraising Snowman Unfiltered tonight, but I'll say a couple of things.
Yeah.
People told me to quit, and my show wouldn't have an impact. Who told this lie? I'll answer that question. Some people in my family, some people I thought were friends. So you know what I did? I cut them loose. All of them. Stop the cap.
Wow.
Stop the cap. I got me and wife got capped on this weekend.
They smile in your face. They want to take your place. The back.
What a song. What a song. What a song. Can we get a little Red Fox in there?
You definitely will. You definitely will, Vic.
Go with
How you doing, brother?
Go with it.
Yeah. How you doing, brother? Yeah, we definitely going to give you that because they deserve a...
Bitch, please.
Thank you.
Real.
Thank you. Playmaker, I got you, buddy. That's why I did the list.
And I agree with you, Playmaker. Number one, along with Brian, number one player in the game today. Aaron Donald, not even a question.
Aaron Donald.
Best Hands down.
And number two behind him would be Nick Bosa. Now, the only difference is about 11 years between Aaron Donald and Nick Bosa. But doggone it, Nick Bosa's on that trajectory. Now, thank you, Sick Diggy, for this. I actually played that song in my ears over the weekend. I played that song and wore it out over the game. Okay.
Too much. Every time I hear that song now, I always think about the 1991 Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons. Yep. Well, now when you hear that song, think of this show also.
Yeah.
Because we ain't quitting, we ain't giving up.
And we is too legit.
Anything. I've been legit. This show has been legit for 8 seasons.
Well,
9 starts Labor Day.
This way, man.
Your mic's really messing up on you, dude. You got static on top of static on that microphone, and I don't know why.
Okay, I don't know.
We'll go to the feedback zone really quick. I blame myself. I've been putting and giving the Bucks and Brady top spots on my list. Damn it. Darnell, I warned you of that. Of drinking the, dare I say it, Brady Kool-Aid. I didn't when he was at Michigan. I didn't when he was with the Patriots. I sure as hell don't drink it now.
But that's okay. People they stuck with the stats. 80,000 yards. Dude's thrown for 500 yards in his 40s. 7 rings.
Now, what are the 2 things? And I'm taking playmaker out of the equation. Cover me.
Okay. Yes, you're saying 2 things that people normally say when it comes to the modern NBA fan, but we can actually extend that to the NFL and the MLB fans, and that is stars and stats. I mean, that's just how things roll. You just never know these days. 6 says, I know it's a Manic Monday, but are we talking the Bengals or the Prince version? Well, it doesn't matter because Prince wrote the song, so I do prefer the Bengals version more, but really doesn't matter. Prince still gets paid no matter what. Thank you, A Pizzle. Backstabbers, heck yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you just have to congratulate the haters because that must mean you doing something. That's the way I look at it. If people are crapping on what you're doing, and you put in some good work, and there's people like all of you who actually appreciate what we do, then we're making a big dent. Because it has to be, you have to have people who really love you and really hate you. And when you have that, you have something special. Now, let me do a quick whip around. Now, there's news from the NFL's favorite revolutionary, Colin Kaepernick. He and his partners celebrate the delivery of their first child. Unfortunately, bad news really did strike the D.C. area as Washington Commanders running back Brian Robinson was hospitalized after sustaining multiple gunshot wounds after an attempted carjacking. It was unfortunate. The rookie suffered shots in his lower body during an attempted robbery. He remained in the hospital yesterday while in stable condition. Now, the person who spoke on anonymity said that the team had not announced the details of the incident because they wanted to make sure that everything was fine. And once they did leak it out, they wanted to leak it out when they knew that his injuries were non-life-threatening.
Who's that?
It's Commanders running back Brian Robinson. He's a victim of an attempted carjacking and got shot multiple times. Thankfully, he's alive, but still.
I hate stupid people that try to carjack. No, not that one. This one. I love the backlash we're getting with our division predictions. I said what I said. Well, playmaker, as far as the NFC West goes, I said what I said. So, yeah. God, what is wrong with me?
All right. Well,
I just took a piece of my grandchildren. Go on.
All right, we'll stay on the West Coast. Turner was trying to field a grounder. I'm sorry, Dodgers middle infielder. He tried to field the grounder, but he was trying to operate in having an in-game interview at the same time when, oops, he couldn't handle the hop.
Yeah, he was trying to be Mookie Betts.
Now
he was trying to be Mookie Betts when Mookie said, "Oh, I gotta go get this one."
Now,
yeah, stupid.
Now I'm all for inclusive and inclusionary things in terms of how sports operates. I think it's wonderful, but I'm sorry, it has its place. Sometimes you could do it, and other times you shouldn't. When play is happening, like I remember there was a couple years back when there was a Reds outfielder who had to answer a question while fielding a fly ball. I'm like, no. I just
the fly ball comes first.
Yes,
because it's in motion, it's in play, and my team needs me. Sorry, if they wanted to mic me up, I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't have any concentration. So that right there encapsulates two things for me. One, the inclusiveness goes too far at times, and two, it outlines what's going to be the Dodgers' downfall, or one of the Dodgers' downfall come October.
Oh, you're saying so that error is basically how their season's going to end in October?
Yep.
Oh, that's harsh.
For the World Series.
Oh, not even getting the World Series. Oh.
Hell no, they're not getting the World Series. Oh, I mean, I love you, Charlie Steiner. I love your call of 88 and out the gate, but it ain't going to happen again. Period. Because right now, to be the champs, you must beat the champs. And I'm sorry, the Dodgers ain't going to beat the champs should they meet again in a playoff series. And for the simplest of reasons, no arms.
So basically what my partner is saying is, Dodgers, you got to walk the aisle.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to take that walk of shame against Atlanta again.
So the Bills released rookie punter Matt Araiza amid gang rape allegations. For more on
Araiza? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Trevor. I'm sorry.
Yeah, not to be confused with Trevor Ariza.
Okay.
For more on what I would believe on this case, tune into Cold Sports because you'll know exactly what I think. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I know. I know. Right. I already know. See, my unfiltered thoughts come tomorrow because I'm doing a Snowman Unfiltered teaser all this week on a subject, and you best believe I'm putting that Cash App up there because after what I found out this morning, off the mic, the 100 days is back on.
Oh, I believe
I'm pissed, I'm motivated, and I'm ready to go home.
Oh, I think we need to conclude this day's whip around because my partner already covered the other topic.
Give me the 100 days.
Brady number one in today's time. Crazy.
Okay. It's pretty simple. People in my life have made their intentions well known. They have made their inclusion or exclusion, in this case, very well known. And I'm going to get very, very candid and say people within my family blame me for getting cancer, for becoming ill, for dealing with heart problems and blood clots and all that kind of stuff. that if I had taken care of myself, which is what I was trying to do anyway, I wouldn't be going through all this. Had I been a standard worker and paying taxes and all that kind of ish, I would be getting disability right now, which is a bold-faced cotton-picking lie, because I've talked to a couple of men over the course of the weekend that are basically going through what I've gone through. Health problems, they become disabled, but guess what? None of this. Why? Because they decided to chase their dreams. They decided to do things their way. So, and this will make my partner happy, the government decided to call a halt or flat out deny them their benefits. See, this is one of the subjects I'm going to hit tonight, is when men get denied something that they're supposed to be entitled to. Now I'm more determined than ever to get this done in 100 days. The goal is $60,000. It covers moving costs and any other contingent we can think of. And UNCG's waiting on my ass. Waiting on a schedule from them. But I want to turn that freelance deal into a full-time gig so I can support my family. Despite what government rules tell me. Despite what so-called family tells me. Despite what so-called friends told me. Because as I mentioned in a chat with Charles Faulkner, I've had people tell me, I love you, but you need to quit asking for money. No, I won't. I won't quit asking for help because this disabled man needs it. And it ain't just for me. It's for my family. So to the person who told me to quit fighting, to the person who told me to just get a job and get over it, kiss the back of my fat ass.
Somebody got triggered.
To my own sister, and I'm throwing people under the semi this morning.
Oh, family
to
too?
My own sister,
Ouch.
Who had the unmitigated gall to tell me it's my wife's fault that I got cancer.
See, that's that bullshit.
In the immortal words of one Red Fox, bitch, please. You went through.
Bitch, please.
Thank you. You went through a few health problems yourself, but you're not saying anything, are you? Oh, and by the way, while I'm throwing people under the semi, at least my daughter was mine. And B, I had a partner before it got rudely interrupted. And once upon a time, you didn't even accept my daughter. Why am I getting candid right now? Because it's on my chest, it's on my heart, and I'm getting it off my chest. Why am I reviving 100 Days to Carolina? Because right now the clock's ticking for my family and me. I'm pissed off. I'm angry, but I'm motivated. I'm more motivated than a combination of Mike Singletary, Ray Lewis, and Ronnie Lott. And when you see pictures of your so-called family enjoying themselves at an event we like to call a wedding, and you're not invited, they've made their point painfully clear.
Bitch, please.
And since they've made their point painfully clear, I'm going to make mine. Folks, to the ones who have ridden with me throughout all this, throughout my recovery, we got 100 days to get this done. And I'm done for now.
1, 2, 3. Mr. Snow.
Yes, sir.
Remind me to never be your enemy.
Oh, you brother, we here. Okay? Look at me. We're here.
Dude.
Until God calls us both home. We're here. All
Dude.
right.
Oh, I feel you. Dude.
I'm pissed.
Hearing that mess. I'm pissed for you.
I am royally and highly motivated, but I'm royally and highly pissed off.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm pissed for you.
I am pissed off, but
I'm celebrating though.
I'm
you
celebrating
got haters.
too.
You got haters. Even if it's in your family, you got haters. That's
what
good.
did Cat Williams say? If you don't have haters, you're not doing something right. Well, apparently, I'm doing a lot of things right.
There you go.
Because
Cat, that's exactly what I was thinking.
With the help of my surgical team, I kicked cancer's ass.
You sure did.
They put me under the knife, and I wasn't even supposed to. According to a lot of people, this black man wasn't even supposed to survive pancreatic cancer. I'm still here.
Wait. You weren't supposed to survive pancreatic cancer? You weren't supposed to survive it. Well, in the immortal words of a great man that I know.
Who told this lie? Exactamundo. Because let's see, what's the song I'm looking for? To the folks who said I wasn't supposed to make it, I'm still standing.
Elton John.
The great Elton John.
Yes, you are, sir. And you're going to keep standing.
If I can help it, I'm going to throw the first pitch for baseball season at UNCG. And then I'm going to walk my ass up to the booth, strap on the headset, and call a game. And I love Victor's comment right here. If they can't bother to be there for you during the struggle, don't let them come around for your successes. Hell no, they won't.
Say that again, Victor. Say that again, brother. Yes.
And you know, my sister wasn't there for me during my struggles. When 2003 on, all she wanted. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way there. I'm going to go all the way there. And it goes like this. And Victor, you know this story very well. 2004, one day I was supposed to strap on the chest protector, shin guards, and go umpire a couple of games.
Okay.
That was a $200 payday. And then at the last minute, my sister asked me to watch my nephew. I said, sure, I can watch him as long as
you're back by a certain
nephew's father is at the house by 10, because that's when I need to leave to go to my assignment.
Right.
Bastard never showed up.
I was about to say something got funny.
Oh, something got extremely funny. Bastard never showed up. Nicole took off, didn't come back until like 8 o'clock that night. And did anyone say thank you to me? The only person that did was my father.
Yeah. Why does that not surprise me?
Only person that did was my father. My nephew was crying in my arms. You know, you want to conveniently forget that. You want to conveniently forget that, don't you? Don't you? Well, I don't. I borrow from Chris Berman, and Nicole, you know this about me. Your little brother has a long memory. I'm like the San Francisco 49ers after they got eliminated by the Falcons in 91. I have a long memory. And I'm going to say every piece of this tonight, 9 o'clock tonight on this channel. It's Snowman Unfiltered.
On what?
On this channel, it's Snowman Unfiltered. So Scott Frost ain't the only one that's on the hot seat. I'll get to Scott Frost after we get Mr. McCoffey in and out of here.
Oh, I figured that was going to be the case.
So Sick, I'll answer your question. I do not remember his rank, but I'm going to say yes. And Sarge was a nickname that Victor came up with for my dad because, in a sentence, my dad didn't take any.
Sarge, I could see that.
My dad didn't take any mess.
I can see that. He be the type that you got to tread right, or you don't tread at all around him.
Exactly.
He strikes me as that. He strikes me as that sort of person.
That's William Otis Snow Jr. and then some.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have loved meeting that guy. I would have loved meeting him.
We would have had a few pizzas, a few beers, and about 8 hours of sports discussion, and not blinked.
Yeah,
and your dad would have
matching my father. I think we all would each take turns being wild by each other's sports knowledge.
Yep. And then our fathers would have come to us. You remember this point?
Yeah,
we'd have broken it down.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have broken stuff down in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm 100% with you, Vic. 100% with you, brother.
Mm-hmm. Vic, this one's for you. In the immortal words of Steve Harvey during a comedy routine, "Hey, you kiss my ass. You kiss my ass. All y'all kiss my ass." And that's about how I feel right now.
Wow. My goodness.
I'm hyped. I'm all kinds of emotional this morning. And you know something? I don't care.
Bunch of doggone savages.
They think they're savage. I ain't seen savage yet. I have not seen savage. And that's the only warning I'm going to give. I remember my dad telling me you only get one.
Oh.
Sound familiar?
Oh, yes. Oh.
Sound familiar?
Not only does it sound familiar, it was exhibited familiar.
Mm-hmm. You only get one.
Oh, and yeah. Oh, yeah. And if you messed up the second time,
your ass was grass.
If you were still
your
walking,
kicked.
Yeah, if you were still walking, you better thank God. Yep.
And for about a few minutes, I wasn't.
You weren't.
For a few minutes, I wasn't walking.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But then Dad would come upstairs, put his arm around me. Do you understand what? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I didn't even let him complete the question.
Dang.
William Otis Snow Jr. did not play. Did not play.
I'm serious, man. Your father.
End of ball game. He was the first out of the game, and he was the last out of the game.
Man. Yeah, your father was just like mine. Just like him.
I told you.
Just like him.
I told you that after the first time we met. Which is what's missing in a lot of homes nowadays. A father. Oh, did I say that aloud? Do I care about the backlash? No.
Oh. I used to. I don't now.
I've turned 50. I've run out of fucks to give.
Oh,
slipped.
I didn't even turn 50, and I've got none to give.
You've run out of blanks to give.
Yeah.
8:37, 37 after the hour. We got someone waiting on us.
Yes, we do. I think it's time for us to take some coffee.
Ryan McCoffee.
Oh, look at you. Vacationing in style.
He's vacationing. He's got his coffee.
Yeah, what you see is this is not green screen, gentlemen. This is the real thing. I am currently in Corolla, North Carolina on the Outer Banks, and I am enjoying life.
You're where I am going to be in 100 days.
So wait,
North Carolina.
This is your birthday present to yourself?
In a way, yeah. Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah. Let me show you some of the views I'm looking at right now. Hang on one second.
Please do.
Please, brother. Show off. Show off, man.
Show off, man.
Here you go. For that.
We're going out on the deck, folks.
I'm on the gazebo right now. This is the gazebo at my house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
See, that
I'm with
right
you.
there.
Ooh, Ryan, live your best life, brother.
This is my house. This is the house I'm staying at.
Live your
Nice.
best life, brother. Wow.
Yeah, this is legit the house I'm staying at. This is ridiculous. It's dang near paradise, and I worked real hard to get here. And
Darn right you did.
it's been 4 years since I've been to the Outer Banks, and I'm so happy to be back. It didn't really hit until probably yesterday when I was here for the first full day, and I'm so happy to be here. And praise the Lord, I worked for the hard work I put in and the rest that He provides. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Praise him, brother.
wait till y'all-
Praise him.
wait-
Yes.
wait till y'all see the pictures I take next spring when we're back in North Carolina. We got some plans in motion, and Rye, God willing, I'm flying your ass down to the Triad. I got some people to celebrate with.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
what's
man.
on?
It's a direct flight from Albany to Charlotte. So hey,
That's all I need to hear.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's in the McCoffee this morning?
Yes, sir.
well, it's just a one Splenda. I had to go out and get it, but that's what's in the coffee this morning.
That's not what I meant, dude.
Not one Splenda.
And the
Hey,
bad part is, I set
asked.
it up.
You set me up.
You asked for it. Yeah.
I
Yep.
set
You
it
me
up,
up. I'm gonna knock him down.
and he walked all the way into
I
it.
knew that was happening.
Yeah. So I watched a little bit of the Jets Giants preseason game yesterday, and the Jets have a good problem on their hands. So it looks like
Good
Denzel
problem.
Mims has played himself into a roster spot on the 53. Looks like he's going to be the wide receiver number 5. His agent demanded a trade last week,
Oh,
but
boy.
he played really well yesterday. And I'm pretty sure he's going to play himself into one of the fifth wide receiver spot, unless they decide we could probably get a 4th round pick for him somewhere from somebody, whether it be the Cowboys, whether it be the Lions, whether it be the Giants next door. Somebody's going to fight. Joe Douglas is going to find a trade partner for him.
And my next few words are as follows: These are the Jets.
Oh.
Well, these are different Jets. Anyway, so their other problem is who's going to be quarterback number 3? Who's QB3? Because Zach Wilson, when he comes back, he's going to
I was going to say, is quarterback
Joe
number 1 going to be
Flacco.
playing anytime soon?
No.
QB1 will probably be
QB1
back week 3.
Okay, that's what I was
I
thinking.
doubt it.
So
I don't
Joe
see.
Flacco is going to be starting weeks 1 and 2 for sure.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Brian.
He's played pretty well, and he's done pretty well in camp.
Now with
But
that
from all
interception he
indications.
threw on Sunday.
Well, I love
true.
that caveat that Ryan said with qualifications.
With qualifications.
Yeah, and there's one,
But-
and there's one of them when he threw it right to a linebacker.
But here's the other problem. Who's going to be quarterback? He's going to be QB3 because Mike White, he's played pretty well in camp. He had a lousy game in against Atlanta. Played okay against the Giants, but Chris Streveler, former Grey Cup winner with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Chris Streveler may have just played himself into a spot as QB3. Now he'll be QB3 on the roster until Zach Wilson comes back, and he might be relegated to the practice roster, which is sad. But he had 3 comeback wins in the preseason. I know preseason, it's preseason. It's not, these are just games for the warm up for the backups. He's trying to play for the roster spot, but 3 comeback wins in a preseason. That's
I will
pretty
answer your
unheard of.
question. As much as I love Streveler, Mike White's QB3.
true. I mean,
White's QB3.
Mike, yeah, but it's going to be an interesting couple of days with the rosters being pared down to 53, not only with the Jets but across the league. So, I'm just kind of curious to see if one or two players will be trade bait.
Speaking of quarterbacks, You know a quarterback I've had thrown in my face over the course of the weekend?
Well, other than Tom Brady.
Fields.
In a good way or a bad way?
Or anyway.
Or anyway.
Okay, so
C. So in any way.
What? All right. So, what was the talk of Justin Fields that you've heard?
You know how they're pom-pomming for Tom Brady?
Oh yeah, they've been doing it since 2002. But yeah,
they're pom-pomming in Chicago for Justin Fields.
Well, they did that after the draft. I remember seeing. I remember seeing.
Considering,
here's the bleeping problem. Who's on the offensive line?
See, I remember hearing.
I'm shrugging my shoulders. I don't know.
I remember hearing. I remember hearing Common on First Take rave about this guy. So we Chicagoans, we want to see if we draft somebody. We want to see what they're made of. He need to be put on the field game one. Why have Andy Dalton? And the first words I said out of my mouth after I heard that it was, your offensive line might as well not even set foot on the field. He will get destroyed. And then, of course, the first snap he takes last year,
pow,
he gets walloped.
Yep.
Yeah, they got no offensive line. So why would you draft a guy and not have the requisite parts to protect him?
They're raving about him because he threw 3 touchdown passes against the Cleveland Clowns.
And wait. So this win must have taken place sometime after September 8th.
No.
So this happened September 11th.
No.
Then what's the big deal?
Chicagoans are delusional. Let me change my sentence. Chicago Bear fans are delusional.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, Victor. I know you need some good news in Chicago, but
no.
Oh no.
I just read the rest of that.
We have to deal with Uncle Foot, the living. Let us have this. Oh Lord! And for those,
I'm gonna hate myself before you do it.
I'm
gonna, as Bugs Bunny said in a couple of cartoons.
Yes,
I'll do it, but I'm gonna hate myself in the morning. Ancient spirits of evil, transform this decayed body into Uncle Lordy, the ever-living. God damn it.
Dead.
God.
No, not Ryan's dead.
We just killed Ryan on his Carolina vacation.
Hey, if I die here, I'm okay with that.
Good.
I'll die with a smile on my face right by the beach.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
I'm really not going to hate myself for doing that, but then I'm glad I closed my eyes.
What's up, Drew?
Good morning, Drew. I'm glad I closed my eyes.
Hey, Drew.
Because I knew when I started that chant, the picture was coming.
Wait for it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Victor, thank you, sir.
And now Dietz is getting on the fun. You need the
music.
Have the music. I have it. I just got to put the chant to it.
Thunder.
I got to make sure I get my tea.
Cats.
I got to make sure I get my green tea today.
Oh man.
To the Fanatics feedback zone. Ryan McCarthy just died a happy man.
Well, that's not the last visage I see before I die. I mean, at least I'll be greeted by the angels.
Wait a minute. Drew has a better question.
What kind of creature was that?
Ugh. Oh Lord.
And what makes it so bad?
Oh no!
One, it started on a Friday.
Yep.
And secondly, Ryan, we got to get you on a Friday.
Oh my
When
gosh.
bases
I'll be on
with-
this. I'll get on this Friday.
Oh, sweet.
Wait.
I'll be beachside
Before you
Friday,
continue, though. Before you continue, though.
Oh no.
A U.S. mayor is called a creature. I think this is absolutely hilarious.
And I couple it with this. You should see her mate.
Oh yes, yeah.
That
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it
Mum
the,
runs
is it, is it the
Sasquatch.
is it the Yeti from WCW?
a 6-foot Yeti.
Oh no.
Playmaker says, Dan Orlovsky says Lamar wins MVP, Broncos win the AFC West. My two responses to that: Lamar's going to regress badly, same reason for Justin Fields, and the AFC West goes through Los Angeles.
And here's the third
Dan
one.
Orlovsky-
Dan Orlovsky smoking something.
Dan
Orlovsky
and
says a
Michael
lot of
Irvin-
things.
Look, Dan Orlovsky and Michael Irvin have been sharing something laced.
Yes.
But
Angel dust.
oh God.
Angel dust.
I know you're partial to the Silverhawks, Diggy, but you get all the references we're making when we bring that up.
If I remember correctly,
I've already cussed twice on the show this morning. I'm
So-
trying to be nice.
So it's sick if you're
I only did it for a quick second.
That's the
Skeletor.
problem. I get to the yell and this thing. You know what? Who posed the question? Cole, who posed the question
I think
of what does Uncle Foot look like?
I think it was Wise. I think he was one who says,
I'll be
I'm
right
Wise,
back.
of course,
Yeah.
it's wise.
yeah. So I'm not sure. You talk about this Uncle Lori Lightfoot. Who does she look like? I'm like, oh Lord.
Oh no.
And so I was like, okay, well, I was being the magnanimous EP that I am for this show. I said, okay, well,
absolutely.
let me answer the question. And so when I promptly answered the question, he didn't like the result.
He was less than satisfied. Yes.
Yes, he was
yeah.
less than satisfied.
less than satisfactory. Yes.
And yep, it was Wise. Yep.
I and sick. If correct me, six in the chat. Correct me
Yeah.
if I'm wrong. Weren't Thundercats and Silverhawks made by the same animation company? I think they were. Because I know the toy. Because I had all the toys. I had the Thundercats. I had the Silverhawks. I had all those toys when I was growing up, and also watched all those episodes. So, you know, being a child of the '80s, it's not uncommon to have both the toys and watch the watch the cartoons, as my dad would have called them. They're just we would sit down and watch the cartoons, and my dad would say, "Oh, it's just a half hour. It's just a half hour commercial for toys." And 40 years later, he was kind of right. But you still bought them.
Oh, of course, of course you and your parents still bought them.
My brothers and I, we got the GI Joes, we got He-Man, we got Masters of the Universe, Thundercats, Silverhawks, all those. My sister got the Barbies, the Strawberry Shortcakes, Cabbage Patch Kids. We had them all. Those were the days.
Oh my gosh, all them toys.
Yeah.
It makes me think of wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, think of some of the toys now. I mean, I'm trying to think of some of the toys that are out there. I just can't think of anything that really sticks out. But no, the 80s, those when you want to be around for the toys and the shows. Voltron, GI. I mean, every afternoon it was coming home. Voltron, GI Joe, Heathcliff. And I can't remember the fourth cartoon we watched because it was all in a row, like 3:30 to 5 o'clock. It was Heathcliff, GI Joe, Voltron, and I can't remember the last one for the life of me. There was also, but we also at 7 o'clock on Nickelodeon was You Can't Do That on Television.
Yeah,
that's how I was introduced to Canadian culture. I think pretty much the entire world was introduced to Canadian culture. Was You Can't Do That on Television.
It was that or SCTV, one of those two. But yeah,
yep.
Oh,
that was also.
man.
Oh, well, 7 o'clock was You Can't Do That on Television. 7:30 was Danger Mouse.
Mm.
And then they went
Lord. Not
and then it went off. It went Mask. Yes, I remember Mask.
I do too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna mess you all up when I say this. You remember the cartoon Transor Z?
Was that an anime cartoon?
Yeah, it was anime.
Yep. I think I remember that. Yeah. And Robotech.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. In the same. I was in the same vein.
Mm-hmm.
But so I saw an interesting question the other day, and it's a baseball question.
Okay.
And I think it was a poll on one of our Belly Up podcast channels, asking which will happen first. Will Albert Pujols get to 700, or will Judge hit 62? Or which one are you paying attention to more? Like, are you paying attention more to Albert Pujols hitting 700, getting to 700, or are you paying attention more to Judge hitting 62?
I know I'm personally paying more attention. This is going to be really real harsh toward Mr. Judge, and I like Aaron Judge.
Yeah,
but I am totally more partial, and I am paying a whole lot more attention to Pujols getting to 700. And I'm doing so for two reasons. One, I have been a respecter. I can't really say fan, because there was a time when the Astros actually played in the National League. Sometimes I wish they still were in the National League.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't really root for the guy. I wanted him to be bashed at every chance we got. But of course, he'd bash us. But after a while, I actually started to grow respect and like him. So I'm a respecter of Albert Pujols. I like the guy. And of course, this is his last year. Yeah. I'm more into, I want him to get to 700. Whereas with Judge, the two things that sort of mess me up and not really want to follow him is, one, now that the Astros are in the American League, I really can't root for him as hard as I would like.
Right.
And two, since 1998 happened, I don't think anybody would be interested if he does get to 62.
Okay.
Now, although I know Yankees fan will, because of course 62, that would be the most homers a Yankee has ever hit in the season.
Yeah.
And no asterisk by it.
And some would say that it's the true single season home run record.
Yeah.
Depending on who you ask.
Yeah, correct. But just like with Maris, this is the funny part. Just like with Maris, they put that asterisk on his 61 in 1961 and had it last almost until after he died.
Yeah.
I think the same is happening the same happened, I do think, with Mark McGwire's mark, and then now Barry Bonds' mark. And it almost seems like that's the legacy of the single season home run record. Ever since 1961, slap the asterisk on it.
See, that's my issue. My issue is with the home run records being Barry Bonds or Mark McGwire or Sammy Sosa. The steroids didn't hit those home runs.
No,
the players did. Did.
Yep.
Those men did.
100% agree, man. 100% agree.
I interrupt this baseball talk to honor a request. Deets, this is for you.
I'm the lean, mean, green machine. I'm the ballyhoo. Got a hyperactive mayhem gene, but that's my gig, babe. It's what I do. And I come spinning into town, got everyone seeing red.
Hit me.
I'm done. They'll be seeing green instead.
Okay.
Mercedes acting kind of edgy. Trust me to make things right. Use another drive-by wedgie. Freaky monsters looking for a fight. Time for a costume change and take them for a spin. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Let the games begin.
Somebody stop me.
Listen, I'm not any ordinary superhero. Not your everyday spandex wearing zero. Did someone say it's party time? Do you even have to ask? Anytime, ready or not, look out!
Fair use in the house. Fair use in the house. Oh, and to answer your question, Vic, 693.
Wrong mask. I'm sorry, Deets. That was the one I had.
Answer your question, Vic, 693.
7 more to get.
7 more.
And he
Seven more to get.
And he can hit that many in a month's time. So yeah.
Oh yeah, he'll pass 700.
I'm just happy I'm definitely happy he'll pass a fraud. I'm happy about
Me
that.
too.
I'm happier
fraud.
that he'll pass him than being that 700. But I want him to get to 700 though.
Please get to 700.
Mm-hmm.
Please, Albert Pujols, one of my favorite hitters of all time. Please get to 700.
Please.
Yeah, I was saying to Ryan, it's like I couldn't fully like the guy since the Astros played in the National League. I couldn't really like him because he just broke Astros' heart so many times. In fact, that homer that he hit off of Brad Lidge in 2005 NLCS is still sailing in the air as we speak.
It's in the stratus. It's beyond the stratosphere. It ain't coming down.
But I have a lot of respect for him.
And I could hear Tom Brenneman, one of my good friends, calling that home run for Fox. All he had to say was, and Pujols is giving St. Louis the lead. I've never heard a stadium go, wait a minute, yeah. The Delta Center after Michael Jordan did his thing.
I never heard
Michael Jordan. Damn right.
I never heard Minute Maid go that silent that fast, even including when Howie Kendrick hit that grand slam off that freaking foul pole in the 2019 World Series.
I was thinking Reunion Arena in 2000 after Jason Arnott scored in double overtime
for the Devils.
Dead silent. I was living with my parents at the time. I was downstairs watching with my brother. He'd just been discharged from the Navy, and we're watching together. And about 1:30 in the morning, I'm shouting.
Mm-hmm.
I win!
Oh, nice.
And a beautiful
playmaker. Thank you. Shout to Hawaii for dominating the little man. They crushed dreams. They lived out their dream and crushed everybody else's. And Curacao didn't have a chance.
Not crushed dreams. That's hilarious.
Find the lie.
Oh,
yeah. Spot the lie.
Spot
for
sure.
sure.
Thank you, Ryan. All right. We're headed to hour 2, but we had to have a little McCoffee. Ryan McCarthy joining us from the Outer Banks of North Carolina.
Woo!
And he will join us on Friday when Base is here.
Yep. And tonight, 8:30 Eastern, no credentials required. YouTube channel. I'll be poolside.
Watch him.
I may cannonball. FYI, I may do cannonball.
No credentials required. A cannonball might be in the offing.
No credentials required and a cannonball. I'm there.
Let's
do this thing.
All right, gentlemen. Thanks very much. We'll see you on Friday.
Thank you,
Ryan.
Thank you very much.
There, guys.
See you, man.
Man.
And
Give me a little Kobe. Hour 2 starts right about now.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up?
Malone will inbound. Fisher's in the game. Walton, O'Neal, and of course Bryant.
And everyone is paying attention to Kobe Bryant.
They start with Shaq. He gives it to Walton. Here comes Kobe. Less than 5 from way outside. Got it! Oh, man! With 2.1.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hey, this promises to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait. Are you kidding me? Do you believe it?
Yeah, we believe it. It's hour 2 of Snowman in the Morning. Man, that hour flew by.
Yeah, it did.
That hour flew by, man. I love it, though. I love it. All right. I can have a little more fun. Hey, Scott Frost, sit down.
Oh, no. Why you had to do this guy? You don't even root for nor really against him. Oh, well.
I have one simple question to get this started. Scott Frost, what in the vital blue, yellow-bellied, red-blooded hell were you thinking? I understand. You just scored 14 consecutive points within 90 seconds. I understand you wanting to put your foot on their throat. I understand you're a legend as a quarterback at Nebraska, but you're not Tom Osborne. These are the Northwestern Wildcats. This, forever and a day in the Big Ten Conference, is the little team that could. And by the way, I borrow from Keith Jackson. If you look at the game tape, that's not just a murmur, that's a full-blown fibrillation. You goofed.
I guess he
Big
was
time.
I guess he was channeling the other part that Keith Jackson said. All right, Northwestern,
Go back to
losing because Parkview would be
was
easier.
And Dietz, I have a hell of an intro I'm putting together for you. But anyway.
Oh, I got something for him too.
Oh, you do? Sweet.
Yeah.
Send it to me. I got to look at it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Scott Frost, you were dominating the game. On 2 occasions, you led by 11 points. 2. Okay?
Oh,
You had
just butt whooping.
2 occasions to prove people right in saying that Nebraska was the best 3-9. Give me this camera. That Nebraska was the best 3-9 team coming into this year. And all you did was have your team tell a big, fat, bold-faced lie. Northwestern was the underdog. Northwestern was the underdog by double digits. Northwestern came back and won. Oh, y'all didn't hear me. Northwestern came back and won. They won a game they weren't even supposed to win. Northwestern was picked to, I don't know, finish at the bottom of the Big Ten West.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm. And then Evan Hall did this.
First down, goal to go. Here's Hull again. Hull eludes a defender, walks into the end zone for the touchdown. Evan Hull, a 4-yard touchdown run. And the Wildcats go back in front with 11:34 to go in the game.
And Nebraska never had another chance. Dave Ennett on the call for WGN in Learfield. Fair use and a half. And that onside kick took away any momentum your team had. No, change my sentence. That onside kick took away all of the momentum that your team had.
Oh,
all of it. And you knew Northwestern had their hands team there. Just in case you had the thought of trying something stupid. Well, Northwestern guessed right. You guessed wrong. And now you're going to have a losing record. A question was asked on the Cover 3 podcast. Do you make the move before midseason? Everybody on there said, no, give him a chance to finish the season.
And do you make the move?
Well, old Snowman says, cut his ass. Old Snowman says, get him out of there. You need fresh blood in there, and you need it now. But Scott Frost wasn't even calling the plays. And that happened. You know, Dietz said it last week. Scott Frost is going to cost his team more than help his team. That onside kick in the third quarter proved his point. Now get off my hot seat, Scott Frost. There.
Feel better?
Can I get a little Red Fox for Scott Frost, please?
So Nebraska was supposed to be on their way back to a place they haven't been in about 20, almost 30 years, huh?
Bitch, please.
And for those of you who picked Nebraska to win the game, give me Red Fox again.
Bitch, please.
Oh, you big dummy.
You big dummy.
Thank you. I know, Deets. I know. I still say cut his ass. Turn him loose. Turn him loose. That's a problem with hiring legacy coaches. Yeah, just ask the Michigan Wolverines. And no, I'm not being nice. Okay. Now that I got that done, a break, and we got more stuff for you, including Jay Spivey at the bottom of this hour. Yippee! And I can't wait to get him on. I can't wait to get him on because there's a couple people I'm going to tear up with him.
Oh, Lord.
Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? Sir? I see that 2-foot smile growing. You said, oh, Lord, for a reason. What's the reason?
Oh, no, I just want to hear how what he thinks about just how how that quarterback competition went. It looks like it got carried away.
Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Back in a minute.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Discouragement, sorrow, distance. Your arguments cause damage to your family. The hurt leads to divorce. You feel like there is nowhere else to turn. But there is hope for you. That's where we come into play. There is an overcomer that lives inside of you. One ready to take on the world as you leap for joy, living in victory. You'll grow to love yourself and others. There's life after divorce, and you can claim it today. Get Over Divorce, where your new story begins here every Thursday on YouTube and Spreaker.
Have you had a chance to visit the Snowman in the Morning shop yet? You haven't? Then what are you waiting for? Go to officialsitmorning.com, check out the shop when you type in the word shop, and you'll see things like, a coffee mug that's available, a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, and a whole lot more. And while you're buying items from the Snowman in the Morning shop, you can support the Snow Strong Carolina mission. We got a lot to do and a short time to get there. Go to officialsitmorning.com/shop, check out all of the gear, and wear the same gear that the crew wears. And when you're doing that, tell them Snowman sent you.
I want to show that attainability. I want to show the accessibility of this kind of lifestyle.
From social media to having conversations with friends and family, you always have to put on face and say face.
What brings a smile to my face is the one person that totally believes in me, and that's my beautiful wife, Jody.
I just had to stop because I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself. And it's like, I have to learn to love myself.
Changing the world one conversation at a time. This is Revelations.
Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez, and it's caught. Debo Samuel with the catch.
Michael Jordan can sense. The throw just got the king.
BS3 Network. The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold, hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure. Cause we take this job so serious.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
I'll never get over that. Just so hilarious. I'll never get over that.
Oh my! It's just when I hear them, that's what I think. Hear him, that's exactly what I hear. I wish I could hear something different, but that's all I hear.
Oh, in case y'all wondering,
cause we take this job so serious.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
Oh gosh, I still love it when I sprung that on you the first time.
You were in the lab for a while with that, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Because when you sprung that on me, I thought I was going to die laughing. And then you coupled it with one of my best friends. What in the all types of blue hair? And I could see his face. That's the bad part. I worked with the man for a while. He's one of my best friends in broadcasting as you are, and I could see his face. Stating that very question.
Mm-hmm. That's part of why I used it. Because I'm like,
just like yours when we do that particular segment on Wednesdays.
Oh Lord, yes.
And I'll never forget. What'd your promo say? Praise
everything LeBron does and never criticize him.
And then then we get this look. And then it's coupled with this. The first time you did that look, I laughed so hard. My stomach hurt, my chest hurt. That's the first time you did that look. Okay? I know.
It just, to me, it's just too obvious.
I get it. Trust me. I get it.
Oh my.
Then this happened.
Oh Lord. Okay, you peruse social media.
It was perusing me.
Okay, so social media was perusing you. All right, so what happened?
You know that official undisputed fan group?
Yes.
That's basically a cheerleader for
Yes.
You a little bit familiar with that group?
Yes, I'm a little familiar.
A little familiar with that group.
Mm-hmm.
A challenge was made.
Oh, a challenge was made.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I said, no.
Okay,
I'm not
good.
gonna do it.
Good. Okay, well,
I'm
problem
not-
solved. Problem solved.
No.
Oh,
Problem escalated.
problem wasn't solved.
No. Problem was not solved.
Oh, brother. Okay. So how was it not solved?
Open it and I'll tell you.
Oh, good Lord. All right. So it was solved by this person saying, quote,
Jordan fans, just because y'all constantly bring up 4-6 finals record won't change the fact that he's better than Michael Jordan and is the GOAT.
Close quote. Just sucking up all the happy juice.
LeBron's the GOAT, eh?
So they say.
I said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Well, my brain started turning.
Joker.
And turning. And turning. For this constant cheering of my wife, my Dr. K.
Oh no.
Put her hands on my shoulders and said, baby, don't do it. Okay, and she's a Pacer fan. She loves Reggie Miller.
Oh my gosh, that's
okay.
hilarious.
She's old school like I am.
Yeah.
And she said, I'll let you respond on one condition.
Okay.
And that is,
what's the condition?
That I read the post first.
Okay.
Gladly.
All right.
I let her read it.
Mm-hmm.
And then this came to mind for them.
Why you always lying?
You tried. Why the cup you lying?
Why you always lying?
My
Oh
wife's
my
response was,
what? What the?
And then
get him, whammy.
So she handed me back the phone, then took it from me and turned it off and put it down. Laid in my arms for a minute and said, get him.
Oh no. I get him.
She turned me loose.
Giving up. Turn me loose. We shall overcome. I'm sorry, my bad.
I said, I can respond to this. She says, get him. I don't see I'm not saying get him. good. This is the only sentence I wrote. Open it. Quote. He's not better than Michael. Hell, he's not even better than Magic.
Close quote. You just left it there?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm proud of you.
I got some reinforcements. Because one commenter said, or Kobe.
Not or Kobe.
And another commenter said, or Bird.
Well, I don't find any disagreement yet.
But then Shaw Payne.
Oh Lord, when he goes to naming.
Responded by saying, Brian Snow, so why is bronze in your mouth and not Magic's? You're going to make me go there? You're going to make me go all the way there. Wife comes back. She says, were there any responders? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to say anything else, are you? Nope. Don't have to.
Oh, so you mean to tell me you didn't want to clap back at the kid rider?
I wanted to.
Oh, I know.
Dear God, I wanted to. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. But I just I left it. I left it there. I left it there. And I decided to clap back now.
Mm-hmm.
Of baseline screens either by Nance or by Darty.
Hilo will inbound. He gets it into Nance, gets the ball back, drives to the hoop, lays it in with 3 seconds to go. With Braun's former team. Zellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go, puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Which changed Cleveland's trajectory forever.
Even Dick Stockton's call was classic.
Legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Legendary. So 2016, LeBron and everything else y'all stand for in that damn group. Because I can't. I got to say it the right way.
LeBron James is trash.
Oh, y'all didn't hear me. I'll say it again.
LeBron James is trash.
It has been for 20 years. So to you, do me a favor.
Behave yourselves!
And this fool actually had the nerve to make a... And I thought that was the end of it.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
It wasn't.
Oh.
There was a follow-up.
Oh, heck. More kid riding. Lord have mercy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm using here, right?
Yes, I am.
So court session decided to make court in session and state the following. Open it.
Lord. Quote.
4 rings is definitely not 6 rings, and I'm reading this verbatim, and most definitely not 0 rings. Jordashians are slow as
Close quote. Hating that mother. Goodness gracious.
I'll read that again. Open this motherfucker.
Quote.
4 rings is definitely not 6 rings, and most definitely not 0 rings. Jordashians are slow AF.
Close quote. Well, if Jordashians are slow, I guess Bronzessuals must be tortoise speed.
Best comment? 6 finals is definitely not 0. 6 finals losses is definitely not 0 finals losses. Bronzesexuals get a clue and a better argument. Another commenter said, man, you make up just to take up for LeBron like he, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but this is verbatim, like he, yo man. Thank you, Victor. You need to read this.
Cannot math. I love it. The math ain't mathing.
Deeds, you're bringing it here first. And they are definitely brain dead. I can't wait to see the Captain LeBron series that Dietz is putting together.
I can't either. Yeah.
As we have explained to Wise and everyone else that asks us on a almost daily basis why we do this, or how do we find them? We don't find them. They find us.
Often.
Yeah. Very. Oh, no.
I'm telling you guys, King Nothing has about as much basketball IQ as an unseasoned chicken wing.
Chicken Wing James. I'm doing an impression of my friend Victor. Victor, are you at home this week? Because if so, we're bringing your ass up on the show this week. If you need help, we got you, Deets.
Why Chicken Wing James?
Have you seen the form on his jump shot?
He has a form.
According to Victor, it looks like a chicken wing. A dead one.
That's the only question I have. He has a form.
According to Bronzesexuals, it's borderline. God help me. Perfect. I ain't making that one up. I'm not making that one up.
Oh boy. Boy,
And then they want to disparage MJ by
borderline perfect.
Oh no! Oh hell to the no! Let it marinate. Let it marinate. Breathe.
Oh.
Court session strikes again.
Nice.
With a picture of Utah's John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, and I believe this is Adam Keefe. He says,
Plumbers.
Jordashians know deep down this wasn't a great team. Most of MJ rings. No. Let me read that again, and I will read this verbatim. Jordashians know deep down this wasn't a great team. Most of MJ rings are flaw. I'm reading this verbatim. Folks, can I get a little Samuel L? Because you know what I want to say.
Ryan, that falls in the category of a Curry player bad. Oh, Lord have mercy. Because I also want to say
English, do you speak it?
Oh my gosh. That is
I wish I was
hilarious.
Hilarious. I love it. I wish I was making that. I wish I was making that up. I really do.
Game is flaw.
His rings are flaw. I wish I was making that up, ladies and gentlemen. I really do.
Oh my gosh. Yes. His rings are flaw.
Like he
did a mic drop session. Oh, but before
speaking of mic drop,
but before you do, I have something for you and our guest.
Yes. And Jay's here. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. How are you?
We got to send you this intro Cole put together for Spivey Notes, and that's what we're doing right now. It's presented by Fanatics. So much for that quarterback competition, huh?
I don't think that's going to be happening when they play Cleveland in a couple weeks. like you texted me yesterday, we were just shocked that Darnold got hurt.
Very.
And Jay knew the sarcasm that came with it.
It's just, I mean, come on. When they got Mayfield and acted like it was a quarterback competition, come on. Jeez. That was no competition.
They brought Mayfield in to be the starter, period. That's it.
Absolutely.
That's it, and that's all.
And I'm not saying this is the main reason, but there is certainly one of the reasons is the fact that they're in Cleveland in week 1. That you can't tell me that David Tepper wasn't part of that decision.
That's a red carpet move.
Absolutely.
That's a red carpet move.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I mean, week 1, playing Cleveland, and you acquire Baker Mayfield, and he was ushered out you wonder why he was ushered out of Cleveland, part 1. And part 2, Carolina was stupid enough to trade for him.
And Cleveland was stupid enough to trade for Deshaun Watson, who's barely going to play this year.
There you go. There you go. So 2 stupid moves by 2 clown shows.
And giving him gave him a humongous contract.
I guaranteed it.
Yeah.
They guaranteed the
And I'm sorry, I know we got guilty until proven innocent here, and he has the right to trial and everything. But come on, he should be in jail.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Jay, you know how I feel about this incident, and believe me, it's an incident. It's an international incident now. But come on now, who didn't see this? Who didn't see this coming?
I did. You did. Cole did.
Mm-hmm. But the wine and cheese crowd didn't.
No.
They're shocked to their. Let me borrow from the late great Vince Scully. They're shocked to their toes.
Not shot to their toes.
Shocked to their toes.
Well, there's a lot of similarity to Carolina Tar Heel fans and Carolina Panther fans.
One of which we know very, very well.
Yes, that said person likes both teams.
And said person is a big fat homer.
Yes, he is.
And he doesn't hide it either.
Nope.
Jay was sending me some pictures over the course of the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, about Tobacco Road Sports Radio. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. Run It Back Sundays? Who in the blue hell? I'm sorry, but I
listen. I'm sure you guys watched a little college football over the weekend. I watched them almost the entirety of the North Carolina FAMU game.
Mm-hmm.
After what happened to FAMU on Friday, with having 25 players ineligible, which is a disgrace.
Yes.
And somehow nobody knew it until the day before you hop on a plane.
Yeah.
And you've had at least since May to have this resolved, since school ended. At least. And you wait till the day you hop on the plane to decide this.
And they chose not to resolve it.
And Saturday night, they come in, and I know it turned out to be a runaway at the end, but for 2.5, 3 quarters, they played Carolina pretty evenly. That is an embarrassment.
It is.
It should not have even been close.
That should have been a shutout. That should have been a shutout, and yet Carolina allows 24 points.
I mean,
it wound up being a runaway late, but too late.
Listen, especially living here, and I follow high school sports so closely, and I'm a huge college football fan. Huge. Mac Brown, for years and years and years, even when Mac Brown was the coach at Carolina initially years ago, this state allowed a lot of good football players to get out to other teams around the country and other conferences.
Yes, they did.
However, since Mac Brown's been around, they pretty much stopped a lot of that. Because this is a lot of people don't know it. Everybody considers this a basketball state, but football is a much better this is a much better football state than a basketball state, in my opinion.
It is.
Well, I mean, the greatest linebacker I've ever seen of all time came from North Carolina, so there you go.
And so Mac Brown's come in, he stopped a lot of that. He seems to lead the recruiting in the state almost every year.
Then
they got a ton of talent. And you allow FAMU to really play well for the first 3 quarters Saturday night. I just don't get it.
You know why they allowed FAMU to play well? Because they believe they can turn it on at any time. They believe they can act like Duke University under Mike Krzyzewski at times and just turn it on at any time.
Well, that's a large part of it.
And they nearly got burned.
Well, they might get burned this Saturday.
I expect them to get burned this Saturday.
I tell you what, I'm an alumnus of Appalachian State University.
And I hope Appalachian is this at Keenan Stadium or is this at Is this on the Rock?
This is at Kidd Brewer Stadium in Boone, North Carolina.
It's at the Rock.
They're going to shut that city down more than likely. There will be so many people at this game. If you would have told me, I graduated from Appalachian in 1994. if you would have told, and App was good then.
Yes.
But if you would have told me that North Carolina was going to play in Boone, I'd have told you were absolutely insane.
Well,
they
they're
must
gonna
be
play in
desperate
Boone next Saturday.
The program must be desperate. That's
They
the only
are.
So
way I
as
can-
of this
that's the only
coming
way I can-
Saturday, they will have played Miami, Wake Forest, and Carolina, all within a relatively short period of time here in Boone.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe I looked on their schedule; they're playing South Carolina up there within the next couple of years.
Yep. And I hope they land base North Carolina.
Well,
I hope Appalachian State runs them over. Because like you, Jay, I'm sick and tired of this wine and cheese crowd just putting their noses up in the air for the North Carolina Tar Heels. And I got to admit, I was a fan of the Tar Heels for basketball when the greatest player ever.
I'm glad you said that.
When the greatest team ever, 1982, was there, and a freshman hit a game-winning shot. Pay attention, Bronzexuals. Hit a game-winning shot in front of 60,000 people in New Orleans.
As they said that night, Mike Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Jordan. Exactly.
Mike Jordan.
Yep.
Although I can't recall his name right now. Frank Fallon correctly said Michael Jordan during the pregame introductions.
I'm glad I know this is an aside, but you did bring this, so I will mention this. For all the idiots out there who think LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan,
God, I love you for that.
Just pull up some YouTube videos. Since they only look at YouTube videos and TikTok videos.
Yep.
Pull up some YouTube and TikTok videos from the 80s and early 90s, and late 90s for that matter, and see who's a better player.
Here's the thing, though, Jay. These bumbling, stumbling idiots,
rumbling, bumbling, stumbling idiots
want to always say that Michael Jordan played. Let me see if I can remember all of these occupations.
Come on.
That he played against plumbers, electricians, ditch diggers, mailmen, and milkmen.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
that last one. Especially that last one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to diss LeBron James. He's obviously a phenomenal player.
Mm-hmm.
But like you just mentioned, Cole, in my utter opinion, the 80s and 90s were like the glory years of basketball.
Exactly.
They actually played.
Would you preach that again, please?
They had fundamentals. They didn't shoot 20%.
Jay cursed.
He said the F word. Fundamentals.
Yep.
But yes,
there's none of that anymore.
But we both are 100% with you on that, man. The greatest era in basketball history I've always said it. Anywhere from between 1980 and 2000. To me, that's the greatest era that basketball ever produced.
And by the way,
it starts back at 79, even with the NCAA championship in 79.
Right.
And then you got Bird and Magic drafted that year, and what it allowed for not only the NBA but for basketball around the world.
I mean, because remember when we were children, the NBA Finals, not just the playoffs, the NBA Finals was on tape delay.
It was tape delayed.
Yep.
Even when Magic did his thing in Philadelphia on May 23rd, 1980, it was tape delayed.
Could you imagine if that were done now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, these kids would go nuts because they would have nothing to look at on their phones.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
All these doggone streaming services.
Yeah. So when I hear them say, "Well, yeah, LeBron James changed the game more than anybody else," I'm like,
no.
Larry Bird, Magic Johnson saved the league, and then Michael Jordan just took it and just went to the stratosphere with it.
And it's not even just basketball; he changed culture.
He did.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't want to. That's what
Jordan did do, because you didn't look at the athlete anymore as just a jock.
It's a brand.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
He was the first one to make.
It was Gatorade. It was McDonald's. It was everything.
It was Chevy.
Yeah.
It was Chevrolet.
You're right. He was the first athlete where you knew he was a brand. Now you had athletes who were pitchmen.
Oh yeah, but not like this.
No, not like Jordan. Jordan was the first one to make it a brand, and guess who is profiting off of it and doing the exact same thing using the exact same model?
Chasing a ghost
with the same company.
with the same company.
with the same
The
company.
same company the same company that paid LBJ $90 million
before he
set
dribbled
foot
a
to
basketball
floor.
on an NBA court. Before he dribbled a basketball on an NBA court.
I'm not saying. I mean, he's got plenty of time to do this, but I don't see LeBron James with his own shoe brand like Michael Jordan has.
Nope. And
or
you won't
or,
and you
or at
won't
least be
either.
as profitable as it was. At least as profitable as Jordan's is.
And you won't either.
Air Jordans are still extremely popular
to this day.
Not only are they popular, you got cats in the league today, and people, and you definitely got North Carolinians and University of North Carolina, and pretty much all around North Carolina, at least in the college sports, wearing it. So this dude has been retired 20 years, and people are still wearing his shoe.
The University of North Carolina adorns his silhouette.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
No.
As
LeBron James and the Fakers adorn his silhouette, which has got to be the ultimate insult to bronzexuals. It's the ultimate insult to bronzexuals because they want to say he's the king, and I'll expound on that before we get out of here. They want to say he's the king, and yet they're wearing a silhouette of the king.
I will also mention this, and you guys probably don't know this because this is more of a local story around here, but Chris Paul is a graduate of West Forsyth High School in addition to Wake Forest.
Yes.
Right. Well, Chris Paul is getting the court at West Forsyth named after him on Thursday. He, as you guys probably well know, he uses the Jordan brand as well.
Yes, indeed.
And you can't tell me that's not a great relationship between the two of them. So these guys that think LeBron James is the best player ever.
So
I hear it not just from kids, adults, but from the media who should know better.
The media doesn't know better. At least the ones that I've said this on this program. Jay, you've been with me. Cole, you've been with me. Folks in the chat, you've been with me. Say it along with me and follow the bouncing ball. Today's NBA fan and NBA media member are concerned with two things: stars and stats.
Well, then, if that's the case, go back and look at the 80s and 90s.
Thank you.
To see one Michael Jeffrey Jordan play for the Bulls.
This is something that I really would like for them to really focus on when they do all this criticism stuff. Defenses.
Did you say the F word? Did you say focus?
Yeah, focus.
Focus.
Defenses and defenders were more passionate. They actually paid more attention, and you used the word, Jay, earlier. They definitely had more fundamentals in how to play defense.
Fundamentals.
And Jordan still averaged over 30 points a game.
He took him all to school, for God's sakes.
And you could be more physical then.
The
game is wider open. If you sneeze on a play on player who has the ball, you get whistled with a foul. And you mean to tell me it just took to when Mr. LeBron James was in his 19th season for him to score 30 points a game?
Well, to me, it was prettier. To me, in the 80s and 90s, it was a prettier game to watch because
it was a much prettier game to watch.
Because, as I've stated many times on this show, analytics has taken over every sport, especially including basketball.
Yes.
By just clanking 3-pointers all game long. Some guys have no business shooting 3-pointers. But they're out there shooting 10 or 15 a game.
Yeah, LeBron. It's a positionless game. And there's no center there's no center play. You know what? This is one thing I've said about LeBron, and I will continue to say it, and people can fight me on it, and I don't care. LeBron has no post game for his size. None.
Well, you know how dumb analytics is taking over. Where would a guy like Shaquille O'Neal be in today's game?
On the bench.
He'd be lost, and that's a shame.
It is a shame.
When he is clearly one of the best players ever.
Mm-hmm. And
You got a guy like Kareem, Bill Russell, who just died recently. Where would they be playing?
The sky hook.
Wilt Chamberlain, where would he play?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it goes on and on and on.
You mentioned Bill. You mentioned the late great Bill Russell, Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Shaquille, all the way through Shaquille O'Neal, Robert Parrish,
Tim Duncan,
who played center at Wake Forest, mind you, folks.
Right.
I saw the man play in person in Greensboro, North Carolina, in the Coliseum, in one of the best ACC championship games I ever saw.
1995, I was there.
Yes, Wake Forest, North Carolina, in front of 23,000 people.
Randolph Childress,
who was the most outstanding player of that tournament.
Heard in a long time.
Randolph Childress was the most outstanding player in that tournament, and a young Tim Duncan really was born in that game. I mean, you knew about him, you knew what he could do, but it was Randolph Childress's team.
Yes.
You knew about him, but it was Randolph Childress's team.
That was the first ACC tournament I ever went to, despite following it every year. And I only lived 30 miles from the Greensboro Coliseum. But it was just it was hard to get tickets.
Yeah. It was
but
so.
I went that year, saw the entire tournament. I'm a Wake Forest fan. I don't mind admitting that, but I mean, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it.
I mean, that was
Randolph Childress is one of my top 4 heroes of all time. I love Randolph Childress. Even when I see him today, I was just like, I had a chance to interview him about 5 or 6 years ago, and I couldn't believe I was interviewing one of my heroes.
Was that not fun?
Oh my goodness!
Was that not fun?
That's great.
I mean, folks, it's pretty simple. When you have fundamentals, you have a game. When you don't have fundamentals, you get LeBron James, who hops from team to team to team.
Are you calling LeBron James a mercenary?
That's exactly what I'm calling him.
And I really don't understand why he or the Lakers gave him that big deal a couple weeks ago.
Well, that was
Lakers are a long way from being good.
Well,
I'm hitting that tomorrow.
Well, that was because when he threatened them by saying that he wanted them to make moves and improve the team,
and they didn't.
How? Who are you going to trade?
I guess his standard of improving the team was for him to be $100 million richer by the team.
I'm surprised Jeannie Buss did that. I really am.
Well, we had discussed it on this program. Yeah. Jeannie Buss is doing it the right way. Give him his money. Placate to him. And as soon as he walks away, we blow that sumbitch up.
She's clearly the brains in that operation. Her brother was an idiot.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, he was.
Oh, my word.
Stone cold idiot.
Stone
cold idiot.
I mean, okay. Better go before another hour passes, but I think I'll get Jay on later in the week so we can continue this. Jay Spivey joining us here as we have our Spivey Notes every Monday at about this time. Jay, I love you, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a great week.
You too, man.
That is bleeping brilliant.
Thank you.
That is bleeping brilliant. Drew Willingham, I hope you watched my take on LBJ that I dedicated to you.
Yeah,
yes.
You were savage.
I
saw it too.
I love it. Matter of fact, Drew, send me that clip. I have an idea for tomorrow. And for those, hell. I'm going to go ahead and say it. just going to go ahead and say it out loud. Hey, Bronzexuals, take this. Oh, I made a mistake. Hold on a minute. Let me go back into the lab really quick. I just remembered what I did wrong. It'll take about 30 seconds to fix.
Cool. Because I don't get upset. I hold on the speaker, pull the plug, then I jet back to the lab.
Do we not stay in the lab?
Mm-hmm.
Do we not stay in the lab? I mean, what else can you do when you're putting an award-winning show together? I'm sorry. Did I say that aloud, haters? I sure did. Do you think I care? No. 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 And no. This is what I wanted.
Pressey looks to bring it in. He comes in and throws it away. The Bulls have it. Here comes Michael Jordan on the drive. 5 seconds. Jordan on the drive, right of the lane. 18-footer.
Dylan Johnny on the call. And by the way, Bronzexuals, you know the best part? I was on his birthday.
Kenny Smith, I think, has the best take on Michael Jordan, where he says that, yes, no question that when it comes to athleticism, to me, at the time, Michael Jordan was the best athlete that was going, and he was the best player easily. And to me, he's the best player of all time. He said what really also made him the best player of all time was, yes, he had the athleticism, but the fundamentals were down, and he worked on every single bit of that,
including a jump shot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all didn't hear me? Let me say it again. Including a jump shot.
Yeah, you're right.
Which kind of won that game, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it did. It did.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
Oh. Play it again.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
Who let the trolls out? Troll. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That hit. LeBron is yoking.
Yeah, LeBron is yoking. He most certainly is.
Whoa. Timeout. Do it again.
I said LeBron is yoking.
So y'all know I'm gonna cut the hell out of that. But as far as the real king goes,
Pressey looks to bring it in. He comes in and throws it away. The Bulls have it. Here comes Michael Jordan on the drive. 5 seconds. Jordan on the drive, right of the lane. 18-footer.
and that was the season before his champion. That was 2 seasons before his championship season.
Mm-hmm.
That season, 1989, was his coming out season. His best statistical year.
Ever.
I mean, yeah, he averaged 37 plus in 1987, and he was MVP in 1988. But his best statistical year was 1989 because of the pressure that was put on him to play point guard because of an injury.
And he didn't.
I don't see LeBron having that credit.
And he's just he throughout to me across the board, I think statistically did more than at any other time during the season, than any time in his career. It's like
7
wow.
consecutive triple doubles.
Yeah, that to me, I've always said 89
with the tongue out.
Yeah, best stat you ever had was 89.
And by the way, chosen one, I still unequivocally state that at the forward position, Tom Chambers played a better forward than Yo Kang. Jack, I hate this chord. I'm going to switch it out today. Jack Sigma played a better forward position than Yo Kang. Jack Sigma actually had a jump shot on the baseline. Do I need to mention big game James? James Worthy? Hell, you really want to go there? You really want to go there? Kurt Rambis played a better forward than Yo Kang. And I better stop before I get going. I better stop before another hour passes. And then I wind up really being tired. I'm headed to Starbucks. I'm going to go get a drink. And I'm probably going to... No, I won't say it. I won't say it. I leave you with this. Whoever said LeBron James was the king, who told this lie? On that note, have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, then they are not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. We're out of here. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for tuning in to Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, the hottest of hot takes and the coldest of cold, hard facts.
And by the way, chosen one, Tom Chambers is better than LeBron James. See y'all tomorrow.